As we grow older, we develop this invisible lens or filter that we place upon our imagination. It's this subtle logical lens, you could say, that seems to dim our innate childlike wonder we once felt so naturally. As a kid, we could see something so random, maybe like a cardboard box, for example, and we saw ourselves in that cardboard box, but it wasn't just a cardboard box, it was a spaceship that we turned it into in our imagination. We experienced what it would be like to soar through the sky in that spaceship when all it really was just this cardboard box. We allowed ourselves to let our imagination roam freely. But over time, as we've matured, as we become adults, we see something that we want. Maybe it's a dream apartment or a dream home. Maybe you're driving through this beautiful neighborhood and you look at this beautiful home, and within seconds, that filter or that lens drops over our vision. We see something that we want, and this lens instantly gets placed over our eyes, and that initial spark of possibility gets smothered by logic, by practicality, and we unconsciously limit that childlike wonder or our imaginations because we think doing so protects us in some way. Maybe from disappointment, maybe from failure, or maybe from just hoping too much. But this filter is unnecessary. Why shouldn't we allow ourselves to experience the joy and the happiness of envisioning something that deep down we want or feel like we're called for? Why shouldn't we allow ourselves the joy of envisioning what something could feel like, even if it seems out of reach in the moment? Why deny ourselves the simple pleasure of imagining a life that excites us? That initial feeling, that what if, that small internal spark we feel, that small leap toward possibility isn't just harmless. It's the first step toward actually making something real. And even if that dream doesn't happen, even if you don't get that house, dreaming openly and seeing yourself experiencing the life that you want, the thing that you want, keeps us moving forward. It keeps us optimistic. It keeps us creative and receptive and open. It either leads us to what it is we want and we actually do get that thing, or it inspires us to reach for something even better. It's literally a win-win. So next time you feel that spark internally when you see something that you want, and you notice that unconscious filter or lens creep in, that unconscious lens that kind of just gets placed over our vision and limit our ability to imagine what it would be like to have that thing. When you start shrinking your dreams because, you can never do that, you can never do this, when our mind tells us these things, get present, pause, and actually sit with those first moments of excitement. So often, before we even let ourselves feel the excitement, our mind jumps in and tells us why we can't achieve this, why we can't do this. And we just go throughout the course of our day and accept it. Next time this happens, actually sit with those feelings. Let that innocent curiosity and the energy associated with that overcome you. Actually let yourself feel it in your body. That maybe I can do this. Maybe I can actually make this happen. Let yourself feel the expansion instead of instantly shutting it down. You don't need to justify dreaming. You don't have to apologize for wanting more and tapping into your childlike wonder, that innate childlike wonder that we all have in your imagination. You don't need to apologize for actually experiencing that to the fullest extent. Do not limit yourself. Do not limit your imagination. You have to realize that the act of feeling into possibility is the first step to creating it. Why limit that? Instead, lean into it. Ask yourself, seriously, and this is something that I've done, what if we let ourselves daydream unapologetically? The moment we see something that we want and we feel that spark internally, let yourself be overcome with that feeling. Let that energy carry you throughout the course of your day and be unapologetic about it. Why do we limit ourselves? Why do we let ourselves put this lens or filter over our eyes the moment we see something that we want? Like, seriously, I guess it makes sense because we don't want to be disappointed and, we want to keep ourselves like steady. But what if we let ourselves feel that excitement completely, that thrill, that satisfaction, before it ever exists? Next time you feel that spark, when you see something you want, when a dream enters your mind, notice that filter. Notice the voice that says this isn't for you or this is impossible, and pause and breathe in that moment, get present in that moment. And instead of shutting it down and going on with the rest of your day, ask yourself, what if this is actually possible? What would it feel like to actually have this thing, to live in it, to experience it fully and sit in that feeling? Let yourself feel the excitement, the joy, the curiosity. Don't try to rush this. Don't judge yourself. Don't immediately rationalize it away. Let it exist. Let it expand, because that's where growth and inspiration and creation ultimately begin. In my eyes, life is about possibility. It's about daring to imagine bigger, better, brighter. It's about reclaiming that childlike wonder that we all have within us that just gets suppressed as we get older. Letting yourself tap into imagination, that childlike wonder that we all have, like I said, that says anything can happen, like we can do anything. That filter, although it may seem so profound and like so real, it's optional. And the moment you see it come down and you feel it and you start judging yourself and limiting yourself, you have the option to ignore it. And you have the option to lean into that excitement that you get and let yourself experience what it would be like to have that thing. Let yourself experience seeing yourself with the thing that you want unapologetically. It expands your mind. It expands your courage and your sense of what is possible. Be on your own side. Let yourself dream unapologetically. I hope you got some value from listening to this. Thank you for being a part of Presence of Being. Let yourself dream unapologetically. When you notice this filter come in, choose to be present and let yourself experience that excitement without shutting it down. This is something that I've been thinking about recently and something that I've noticed in my own life too. Like, when you see something you want, why limit yourself from experiencing what it would be like to have that thing? It's silly. Like, do not limit yourself. So yeah, that's all I wanted to get across in this recording. Thank you for being a part of Presence of Being. If you enjoyed listening to this, leaving a like, commenting, subscribing helps a lot. Leaving a positive review if you really liked it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts also helps a lot. And if you want to support what we're building here even more, going to presenceofbeing.co and grabbing a hat would mean a lot to me. And you'd be able to support everything that we're building here, living a more present way of life. So that's really all I wanted to get across in this recording. Thank you again for listening. I hope you're having an amazing day. Just remember, let yourself dream unapologetically. So thank you again for listening, and I will see you in the next recording very soon.